segment to talk about, so I got to move. We got the East Division, Florida under 5.5, plus 125. Florida's not going to be good this year. They're still building something over there. And, after that bowl game that they played last year, I'm not confident in anything Florida's doing until they really do bring in a group that's prepared to play football and not just take NIL money. We got Georgia under 11.5. I feel like Georgia is going to have a lot of pressure on them this year. And I'm not saying they can't win 11 games. I think that they I think they max out right at 11 games this year. So we'll see how it goes. They can still win the East Division easily, but I still think that they're going to have some issues this year as well too. Then you have the under 7.5 plus 105. That should be a very, very strong bet as well too. I think that Kentucky's a team that they got to build up to things. I think they'll be good enough to make a bowl, but they're not going to be better than 7-5 this year. Missouri is a team that I feel is on the up and up. They made some strides last year quietly, and I think that can translate into this season. So over 6 is very possible for them. They look like another 7-5, possibly 8-4 team on the sneaky, and I like it. South Carolina has expectations this year. South Carolina is the team that could absolutely challenge everybody in the East Division. You saw what they did last year when they got that big win, so they could possibly do it again. But we'll see how it goes. But I do like South Carolina with the over 6. Now, Tennessee is an intriguing factor. I think that Tennessee, they got a great quarterback in Milton who has a superior arm. They got great receivers and everything, but they're kind of basic. And that kind of catches up with them when they need to win their biggest games. They wind up not winning those games. So I like them with the under 9.5. I feel like they're more of a 9-3 team this year than anything. So we'll see how it goes. And then we have Vandy. Vandy should be better. Vandy isn't probably going to be a team that wins 5 games, but let's go ahead and win 4. How about that? You know what I mean? I think they can win 4 games, and they're minus 175 with that as well, too. Then you got the vaunted Alabama. Bama. Bama, they're going to be back. So I'm taking the over 10.5 plus 150. I can't believe they're giving me plus 150. You know what I mean? They're saying that Alabama is good for 2 losses this year. I looked at the schedule, and I don't think they're good for 2 losses. I think they got a loss on the schedule, but not 2 because – yeah, I know why people are thinking like that too, because you're bringing in a brand new quarterback. It's a damn near just a brand new team, and that team didn't do well last year, and so you pretty much feel like it might be the regression for Alabama, but I don't see it yet. Arkansas under 7. I think Arkansas is going to be a good start to the season, and then there'll be a team that gets kind of ripped apart in the second half of the season. Auburn is a team that's in transition right now. They don't have the roster to keep up with the Alabamas, the LSUs, and the Georgias like they usually do. So this year they're gonna it's an evaluation period for the coach, for the roster, for everybody. So I'm taking under 6.5 in this spot. Then we have the LSU over 9.5 minus 115. I feel like LSU is going to play really good football this year, and they are going to take care of their business. They're going to go after things that, that they couldn't accomplish last season. And you know what? I'm just kind of playing off the fact that they just had the girls win the national championship in basketball. So that may trickle down to the guys having a pretty good season as well, too. But we all know LSU only shows up every 6 or 7 years. And right now they won the national championship in 2020. So it's 2023. So they might be 3 years too early. I don't know. But Brian Kelly is coaching the best team he's ever coached before. And that should tell you one thing. And then, he just needed a year to get used to the SEC. Now he's used to it. Now he understands exactly how it rolls in the SEC. So now he should be that much better of a coach this year and have that much better of a team. So I do like the LSU over 9.5. We also have Mississippi State over 6.5. I think that over 6.5 is going to be something that I'm playing because they're going to play hard for their fallen head coach, man. And Mike Leach passing away. literally a few days after my father, man. That was huge because I had met Mike Leach at the draft months before that as well too. So that's just crazy to me that I met that man in April and he was gone in October. So pretty much I think that Mississippi State is gonna have one of those heartfelt seasons that they really put in a lot of work for their great ball coach and get themselves a 7-5, 8-4 season and play in a bowl game. And then we got Ole Miss under 7.5. I think Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin and crew, they're going to struggle a little bit this year. I know he has the quarterback. I know he has the offensive playbook. I know he has all that good stuff. But it seems like they don't play really good defense most of the year. They'll have their moments where they play great defense, but most of the time they don't. And I think that's going to be something that's going to mess them up in the end. So I do like the under 7.5 when it comes to Ole Miss. And then the team that's kind of my surprise team this year in the conference because they have the roster to be a surprise team. And Jimbo Fisher has to be on the hot seat this year because this is a show and prove season. So I'm thinking to myself that the boys from College Station wind up winning nine games or better this year. I think that it's going to be tough when you go to College Station to play against them. And I think that they're going to catch some upsets here on the road this year as well, too. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it shakes out. But who am I picking to win the SEC this year? I'm going to surprise y'all a little bit. And this year I'm going to take LSU to win the conference this year. And I love LSU with that 6-1 conference championship odds. And Georgia, once again, is a plus money favorite, but a small dog, though, plus 105 to Georgia. And Georgia does have the street credibility. They've won the conference 2 years in a row. And right now they are 18-0 in the last 2 years when it comes to the SEC. And I think they've only probably lost, 2 games in the last 4. So that's absolutely incredible when it comes to this conference. So pretty much with that, I think 3 games in the last 4 years. So that's incredible. That's like really, really incredible. So LSU, that's who I got winning the title for this conference. And pretty much there it is. That's going to be our preview for the Power 5. And I'll go ahead and make sure that I do tweet out all this for you guys on the Twitter right after the show so you guys don't miss out on that. And make sure we bookmark everything because I will come back to it and